Hello guys, hello, it's me, Pineapple. Oh my god, for Black History Month? Where did I go? Where did that nigga go for Black History Month? Well guys, after obtaining my African American Negro powers, I decided instead of going out and being a hero, I was gonna stay inside with the homies and play Suicide Squad to kill the Justice League. And I had a blast. But I recognize that is not the same as everybody's time here. Not everybody had a fucking blast playing that goddamn game. Now, I respect all opinions. All opinions are valid. I fucking love that shit, man. But not liking the game? Come on. I'm gonna need to hear a video essay. Oh! What is this? What is this video about? What am I reacting to right now? It's a video essay about that same shit. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna watch it, we're gonna intake it, we're gonna see some of his points, and we're gonna see if we agree or disagree. Now you guys may say this is unfair because I chose a person who's very aggressive with his wording. I think that's his style though, so I'm not gonna hold him out at any of his points. I just don't watch like YouTubers like this. It seems kind of hateful where he's coming from, in my personal opinion. But you know, it's a corporation, so I shouldn't give that much of a shit, right? So I'm not. But we're gonna see what he's talking about, and I bet you're wondering what YouTuber I'm watching because I haven't showed the video. I'm just in OBS fucking yapping. It's Colin. Yes, I feel like I watched some of his videos before. If he has an ad, we're watching that ad, dude. I will say one thing. I watched part of the video. His editing is good. This nigga's pretty funny nigga. But you know, he got a aggressive wording. We're gonna see. We're gonna watch it. We're gonna see how he thinks about Suicide Squad to kill the Justice League. Started from the beginning. By the way, I'm not about to add in any fucking scans. All right, this ain't fucking power scaling. I'm about to say shit, and you guys can look it up or unlook it up to prove or disprove what the fuck I'm saying. But if you think I'm showing scans, you're off your fucking rockers. I make video reactions so I don't have to edit. I just want to make this clear. I do this so I don't have to edit. So niggas saying, oh, he should have added a scan, he should have added proof here. Suck my nuts. The biggest proof you're getting is me looking this shit up in the video. Unedited too. You better see me type away, probably spell some words wrong.
So obviously, Squad killed the Justice League. Came out about a week ago, and I'm not even going to waste much time on this intro. This game is garbage. The story is one of the most disrespectful, tasteless, tone-deaf pieces of media I have ever watched. And I'll get into the gameplay.
Tone deaf? Tone deaf to what? Dude, I heard libtards use the word tone deaf. Okay, hold on. Guys, I'm sorry for using the term libtards. It's just funny. But like tone deaf to what? But we'll see.
Mainly focus on the story, which is no exaggeration.
Okay.
The worst story.
Oh, shout out to Turkey Tom for being my backup video. I know last video I said I don't like that nigga. Hey, I still watch his videos. I don't like him personally. That nigga makes good product. And yes, I need to have a background video so I can watch videos. This is how it is, nigga. This is double focus.
But before I get into it, I want to give a shout out to SK and League Entertainment for helping me out with this video. They were a big help in making some of the criticisms in the video.
Hey, look. Go subscribe to SK, League Entertainment, and Colin. Go subscribe to them. They'll be in my description too, I guess. Maybe. I'll probably put him, Colin, in my description so he can see the video I'm reacting to. And then these guys may make it in, depending on how I feel.
And pointed out multiple things that I didn't even notice. But with all that said, let's get into the video structure. I'll be breaking this video down into 4 different sections. Number 1, plot armor. 2, Argus recording. 3, plot, and finally, or characters. So without further ado, let's get into the first section, plot armor. And this game has some of the worst plot armor I have ever seen.
Okay, I'm gonna stop it right here. Plot armor. Any Suicide Squad like fucking thing ever has an outrageous amount of plot armor. I don't think this is. I think this came with the territory. I was actually expecting a bit of plot armor when I read this title. Not even the fucking full title. When I just read Suicide Squad. Suicide Squad comics got a shit ton of plot armor. Like I'm pretty sure one time in the comics, some girl was able to teleport into the Batmobile and like steal it from Batman. Like she was part of the Suicide Squad, and Deadshot was standing there like, Batman, do I need to call you an Uber? Like that's some shit that really happened. I would think Batman would have anti-teleporting Batmobile technology. In my mind, I was like, why doesn't he? What the fuck? Doesn't he fight mutants and niggas that can teleport all the time? Wouldn't you have something that can make sure people can't teleport inside your cockpit? Apparently he doesn't. Plot armor is the thing with the whole Suicide Squad. I feel like this is more of a criticism to the Suicide Squad as a comic book and as a movie too. Because even in the movies they have a good bit of fucking plot armor. But what I like about the Suicide Squad comics are they bring out a humorous side of DC. And what you gotta realize when creating any story is that a lot of the characters are gonna have plot armor. That's part of it. A lot of the characters are gonna have plot armor. The thing that makes Suicide Squad amazing to me is that they have outrageous amount of plot armor, and I'm watching these guys like either fumble, but even with the plot armor, or like just go straight through it and hammer it in. These normal niggas. I like the Suicide Squad. You got two versions of the Suicide Squad, by the way, comics to me. You got the fun, quirky one where they have tons of plot armor and it's like whimsical fun. You got the serious ones where niggas are just dying.
My damn life. So the first point that I have to talk about with the plot armor,
okay,
and we need to talk about this because this is one of, if not the biggest issue in this story, and that's the fact that Brainiac, as shown in the end of the game, can freeze the squad in place at any time and teleport them to his ship and be mind controlled or killed. He also has a giant laser in his ship that can absolutely decimate any living being in at least a 2-block radius, and this is never used for anything significant in the plot, and this is an issue that affects almost every single second of this game's plot, because the squad should either be dead or mind controlled like 99% of the story. Even if I had literally zero other issues with this game's narrative, this issue alone is enough to bring it down to a 6 out of 10 at least. So I need you to keep this issue in mind for pretty much every single point that I'm going to...
Okay, I'm going to stop right here for a minute. I'm going to be real. The whole teleporting laser shit, yeah, that is true. But I think the main function of why that didn't happen is because he's underestimating the Justice League. I'm pretty sure because I played to the end of the game. I played with my homies, and low key, I think niggas who doesn't like the Justice League, like gameplay. We're talking about story. I love the gameplay. If we're talking about niggas who don't like the gameplay, I'm gonna be real. Niggas don't have friends. Like I had 4 friends that I played it with. They either online brain, like they're fucking content brain, or they just don't have friends. That's my personal opinion because I like the gameplay. The gameplay's fun. The traversal's really smooth to me. I have fun sniping and shooting down niggas. It's fun, and I like those grunts that are big. I forgot what they're fucking called, but they're the big brutes that just soak up damage. And you may say, oh, why do you like that? That sounds boring. Well, I like that because when those niggas get on the field, my friend group was like, hey guys, get on it. We need to focus this nigga. That shit was fun to me. I love that the game has teamwork, like actual teamwork. I was doing with my homies. Oh, hey, when I hear, oh shit, they're sniping. Me, Deadshot. What are we, some type of Suicide Squad? I had to snipe back. I had to snipe. Pew, pew, pew. I was in the cut like a World War II veteran, nigga. Pew, 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 pew. I was ready for it.
Gonna be going over in this entire video. The second thing.
Oh, I'm sorry. The main focus is he underestimates the squad, right? He underestimates the squad until the very end, where they killed the Justice League. And I'm going to be real. The Justice League is not as a valuable resource to Brainiac as they make it seem in the game. And I feel like they do make it seem that it's not that much. I'll take that shit back. They make it seem that the Justice League is not that much of a valuable asset to Brainiac. Either because he can make more, which we've seen him do. We've seen him give the Speed Force to Grunt. Or is because it's dimensional multiversal shit where he can go to another Earth to just get another Justice League. So I feel like they're just grunts. Not maybe captains, but they're still fucking grunts. And honestly, for a fucking hive mind, I do not think the Justice League is hive mind because they still need to use comms. So that's something you gotta also take note. Just because one Justice League member knows something does not mean the whole Brainiac ship knows it. Because we know they still actively use comms and they still talk to use comms.
There is literally no point in Green Lantern.
Oh, and we know this from Batman telling Green Lantern to like, hey, stop that shit. Leave them niggas alone. They're not important.
Lantern's tour in the beginning of the game. All it serves as an exposition hill for the player, and Green Lantern is out on patrol for Brainiac.
Oh shit, what happened to my mouse? No way, my mouse froze.
So why does he waste time giving the squad special?
I gotta get my mouse, guys. I gotta get my mouse, guys. Gotta get my mouse. My mouse pad froze. Gotta get my mouse. Hold on. Now this shit might get edited out, just because I didn't expect my laptop to be functionally disabled half the damn time. I expected it to be functionally disabled, but I didn't expect it to be so disabled that it will like end mid thing. It usually ends when I'm playing a game or something, like the mouse pad. But we'll see. That's why you need a mouse. I think I need to update my mouse drivers. Hold on, let me make sure everything is. Yeah, everything looks good. All right.
About to take them to Brainiac's
Let's go.
ship. He stops on some random roof for some reason instead of just taking them to the ship to be mind controlled, which is what he said Brainiac wants. And this.
Oh, okay. So the reason he does this is because, as you can see, the Justice League still retains some of their personality, right? This ain't full mind control. There's levels to this mind control shit. You know what I'm saying? There's levels to this shit. At most, this just switches their not personality. This just switches their alignment, but not their personality. So anything he would do in this state, this is probably something he would do as a hero. The difference is he has the Justice League backing him up. He doesn't have Brainiac backing him up, once again, because I presume how it's shown in the game that these guys aren't as valuable to Brainiac as we think.
Obviously causes Flash to save the squad. The third point, and then we get to the Batman fight at the beginning.
By the way, either way, the Flash could save the squad. Even if he, like, let's say he was going straight to Brainiac's ship, we've seen. Oh, that's me being a comic fan. I know you're just reviewing the game, but this is important context, right? Because we're talking about the Suicide Squad, which comes from the comic, the Suicide Squad. So I'm gonna be referencing the comics a lot. I'm sorry. The Flash can like fucking run up a building and jump off and just grab niggas. Like he could have punched Green Lantern out the air. Like that doesn't sound too wild.
So he kills every single person in this building. He's even killing people when he turns off the lights and is being stealthy with the squad. Yet for some reason, yet again, the squad is getting special treatment, and there is absolutely nothing stopping him from snapping all their necks, slitting their throats with a batarang, or throwing a batarang into their necks like he does with this person. He even tells Brainiac he's going to kill them to make an example out of them.
Here's the thing. I'm glad you actually point this out. We know that Batman still knows his human limitations. I'm sorry. If you think there is a functional way, Batman. And then we're not talking about Arkham Batman. This is Arkham Batman. I do want to remind you, this is Arkham Batman, but just because it's Arkham Batman, it doesn't take the gameplay from Arkham Batman. It's not like some nigga controlling Arkham Batman and he'll see the triangle button pop up, right? This is Arkham Batman. This is Arkham Batman, but I don't think he's gonna take out King Shark. I'm gonna be real. King Shark, 4 niggas there. Woo, Arkham Batman's main thing was stealth and fear. And even if you play Batman with stealth, like let's say you disregard stealth, we know fear is a big part of his thing. At this point, no one's afraid of Batman. No one's afraid of him. So him going up to the Justice League squad, let's say he does do it in the darkness. Number one, they're huddled up. Number two, they have no fear toxin in them, which we know that's how Batman fights now. So you could say, is he able to take out the Suicide Squad? I'll give it a maybe. I actually give it a 50%. With no fear toxin, with no stealth, right? Because he was in the darkness. You're right, he was in the darkness. But if he wanted to take out the Suicide Squad, he would need to go to them. And honestly, there's a part where he does knock them all out, but he makes sure to get all of them knocked out first.
When he's about to shoot Harley, so we have both two statements from Green Lantern and Batman that Brainiac either wants the squad dead or captured for mind control.
Absolute trash.
Also, when Batman uses detective vision at any point in this encounter, or like when he's stalking the squad, like in the open world, you can see Batman stalking you, he should be able to hack the squad's bombs. If Riddler can hack their bombs and their comms,
it takes a whole thing. It takes a whole thing to hack. If we're even gonna talk about gameplay, right? I say gameplay functionality doesn't matter. But if the gear is transferred over, he can't insta hack. That was Oracle's thing. That was Oracle's thing. And assuming that Oracle's gone, he wouldn't be able to hack it unless he like took time, and found a computer and hacked it. He can't just hack on the spot. But I'll let you get to it.
There is literally no reason why Batman shouldn't be able to hack their bombs. And this brings me to number 4, and speaking...
I think the reason why he didn't hack the bomb, because I bet you would also ask the question, why didn't he hack it then? Why didn't he get to a rest point to hack it? I believe he didn't get to a rest point to hack it because Brainiac did not know Batman can hack it. I think when he mind controlled him, I don't think he actually took... No, I don't think I got a good reason why he didn't go to a computer and hack him, other than the computers could not be functional. It could be a giant EMP, and his signal disruptor just mimic voice lines that niggas already say. But I don't think he would be able to hack it, like, just on the fly. But if you say, why didn't he take a break and sit down and hack it? I'll come up with some shit later, but I can't come up with anything right now, other than he probably just didn't have the time.
Batman literally makes no attempt to hack the squad and or Argus's comm. If he does this, he can nip every...
Oh, and another thing is, if he does get to a computer and hack it, I think that's why they have the AI bot hack to counter hack him. I'm sorry, people need to realize there are stronger niggas out there in Batman in specific fields, right? In very specific fields. So I'm not saying Hack is as strong as Batman, intelligence-wise, but she's probably better at hacking than him. Therefore, she would be able to stop him from, you know, hacking the bombs and setting off the comms. Oh, and why the Riddler get to hack it? Well, that's because Rocksteady likes Riddler trophies. That's actual plot armor. You can call that shit a plot hole, but Riddler got genuine plot armor. Plus, I believe he was able to hack it just because Amanda Waller admits that Riddler is not as much of a threat as we perceive him as. Like, Riddler is like, oh yeah, it's the Riddle nigga, who cares? And that nigga's just mad that he's not part of the Suicide Squad. And I'm gonna be real, Riddler is as smart as Batman. This is gonna come as like a what to some people? Yeah, Riddler is as smart as Batman. That is true. He's probably smarter in some aspects, but Riddler is as smart as Batman.
That they try to do in the bud immediately. One of the biggest things being, he would know about the squad making the anti-Speed Force devices before killing Flash. He would also know, I don't think I need to explain what else he would also know. If he played the game, you know what the fuck he would be able to do if he hacked into their comms. Hacking comms has become a staple in the Arkhamverse. It literally happened.
Well, that's hacking frequency, right? Those are generally hacking comms, but it's using comms that you heard to replicate their voices. If he does hack the comms, once again, I think Hack can counter hack. I do think Hack can counter hack.
In every single Batman game. And he even does it later in the game during his boss fight. But for some reason, he doesn't do this at any other point earlier in the story.
Strategic fucking genius.
Then we get to number 5, and this is another persistent issue with the game's plot for pretty much its whole runtime, and that's the fact that, again, the squad is constantly messing with Brainiac's comms networks or destroying parts of his army. Batman even says through the comms to focus on the low-priority kill list, being the squad, when they are doing all of these things. And they are never once dealt with, even when they constantly keep prevailing through everything. The 6th thing is Brainiac's goons.
Well, that actually shows you the difference from Batman and Brainiac, right? Batman is sending out commands telling you that, hey, if they handle these niggas, right? But at the end of the game, Brainiac is still shocked you were able to beat these niggas. It really shows. I feel like this really just displays how good Batman is because he doesn't underestimate his opponents. He knows what people are capable of if they really tried, because he's a person who is capable if he really tried, right? Brainiac does not have that. That's why Brainiac still misunderstands you. No, that's why Brainiac still thinks you're weak as fuck until the end.
This finds the squad after Deadshot breaks the Lantern statue. They're like in the little stadium thing. Then Green Lantern shows up and again doesn't capture or kill the squad when it would literally take at max 30 seconds to kill them or bring them to Brainiac's ship for mind control. The 7th thing is, why doesn't Green Lantern destroy the Hall of Justice or Superman when Superman is ready?
I'm actually pretty sure during that fight he does try to kill you, but like because it's a video game, right? He can't just insta win. Think about how fun that would be if you just insta win, right? So it does have to give you a fighting chance.
Batman has been actively tracking and stalking the squad and would absolutely know there is a group trying to go against them that is just sitting in the Hall of Justice. The 8th thing is, which stems from that last point,
You're absolutely right about the Hall of Justice bit. You're absolutely right about that. I'm pretty sure later in the series, later in the game, they actually do attack the headquarters when Batman wasn't alive. It could be because Batman's solitude nature just didn't allow him to tell comms. I'm just doing like a lot of what ifs. You know, this is a lot of what ifs. You know, he's making some great points here. But you know, I feel like there's things that could explain it, like a bunch of things that could explain it. Once again, Brainiac just underestimating him, which we know he does.
Man can track Ivy, and once he knows she's alive, he can use his pheromone tracker.
I do not believe we have seen a display of the Batmobile in this game. I actually think we took the Batmobile. I'm pretty sure. Or we took like some parts of the Batmobile. So I do not think he was able to track down Ivy that easily. That's it.
He can scan the biggest routes in Gotham using the Batmobile as shown in Arkham Knight. Ivy should easily be tracked down and captured, and this is exactly what Brainiac wanted.
I think the fact of it wasn't that she wasn't going to be tracked down. It was just that we got to her first.
They don't even need to track Ivy because there is literally a major fight that takes place where they send the army after Ivy and not Green Lantern or Batman or Brainiac's freezing ability to just teleport her to the ship.
By the way, that gameplay I'm watching is ass. I'm gonna be real. Yeah, I hope that's not his gameplay because he's not using the traversal system at all.
The ninth thing is, the Squad don't walk up to the bus and just shoot Flash in the face. I bet you didn't think I'd be talking about plot armor for the Flash of all people, but they could literally hit him with the device a second time for fuck's sake, and this is actually the only moment in the game where I would even find it acceptable for them to actually be able to kill the Flash, because at this point in the story, Flash has no clue this device even exists, even though he...
These aren't tacticians, and the whole kill the Justice League thing, I do not believe. Here's a cool little theory I have. This is me using out of source theories. I do not believe that is the original Justice League. I believe only Wonder Woman died. That's about it. I mean, that's about it. Other than that, but I know Wonder Woman could come back if she really wanted to. If they really wanted to write her back. Another thing is, I don't think he generally gets the memories of the person. Like, he mind controls them, but I don't think he gets the memories or the intention. The question is, would it mind control Batman? So we know Batman with a bunch of mental strength, right? A bunch of mental strength. We know he can't break out of mind control, but we do know this nigga has insane mental strength. Fun fact, we know that from the last games, since niggas want to keep referencing the games. He could just stop himself from saying that information.
Could because of Batman, but that's another problem that I will get to later. The 10th thing, why doesn't Brainiac just freeze and teleport Luthor at any point in the 3-week span of this invasion and mind control him? He literally...
Okay, so this is just a thing with comics and the characters in general. Like I said before, Brainiac underestimates people, but when it comes to any smart character versus any other smart character in DC Comics, we know that they actively underestimate each other. They fucking hate other geniuses. Not because they want to be the top genius, but just because they don't think niggas are smarter than them. There is no way in hell Brainiac would get Lex. There is no way in hell Brainiac would get Lex and have him on his team. Another smart nigga. Oh, hell no. That nigga would not let that shit slide. That's a comic thing. If you want to say this is a whole different character, you can. But I'm pretty sure, like I said multitudes of times, he underestimates the Suicide Squad. So I feel like this is pretty on track.
He can just freeze the Squad at any point. So why doesn't he do the same thing to Luthor? The 11th thing is Flash can throw blades, shoot regular guns at super speed to a Squad. He can throw lightning. He can create big tornadoes. He can call the League for backup. Hell, he could literally throw a penny at their heads at like massively hypersonic speeds. It doesn't even need to be light speed, which Flash is fast.
Well, we know the device weakens him, right? We know the device weakens him. It says like a pulse of like anti-energy or some dumb shit like that. I don't know. I can't explain to you how it works, but we know the pulse because of most things that weaken like a character in any series. It's kind of permanent, not permanent, but it kind of has a lasting effect. And since this fight takes place right after we hit the Flash with that, I can imagine that it has a lasting effect in in some capacity.
Then in this game, mind you, and the Squad is dead. And then Green Lantern shows up, and Green Lantern can restrain the squad and kill them, but he doesn't. Green Lantern also misses every single shot on the Suicide Squad, and then he doesn't go through the portal that the squad goes through to try and catch them, even though Brainiac could easily bring him back. The 12th...
See, that's the thing, though. That's the thing, though. Once again, like I said, I think just because they're hypnotized doesn't mean they doesn't keep some of their personality traits. I actually know a lot about this character in the comics. This is comic version. I don't know a lot about this version, but if it's the same, which a lot of these personality traits are the same from the comics, I'm going to be real. I don't think he would do that. He's the type of character who wants to take little to few risk ever. And I'm pretty sure that's the biggest, that's his biggest character trait, is that he doesn't want to take risks. I'm pretty sure that's why he's most of the time he's like second in command or some shit.
The thing is, Brainiac allowed Green Lantern to step up his manhunt for the squad, yet Green Lantern lets them leave, as just discussed in the previous point, and
Oh, would you take that risk and step in an interdimensional portal? Like, I feel like Brainiac would know what that portal is, since that's the whole plot around it. So, would you take that fucking risk? What if some other niggas are there? What if you lose Green Lantern? Once again, if he would have stayed in that portal, how do we know Brainiac even knows the extent of these niggas' abilities? How do you know he can breathe in interdimensional space?
Brainiac doesn't just freeze the squad and capture them himself after this event.
By the way, bullets missing? It's a big plot hole. Yeah, nigga, it's a plot hole in Arkham Batman too. Like, those niggas are trained military soldiers, and they fucking miss shots all the time. Jason missed shots.
When it would literally take like 30 seconds max, probably even less than that. The 13th thing is the Sinestro core batteries do not amp the squad's physical abilities. The game literally tells us what it does for the squad. And Green Lantern can keep up with Flash, someone who has stated himself to be faster than time itself. Green Lantern could grab the...
Here's a little fun fact. Anytime the Flash is hypnotized or something, anytime any character, superhero is hypnotized, we know they held back. We know they held back in some capacity. Once again, I'm also in the lot that thinks this is not the real Justice League.
Squad and kill them like he does in the beginning of the game. Create a barrage of guns and missiles and landmines like he does in the beginning of the fight. And when he eventually does do something similar in the boss fight, there is literally not a single reason they do not die here. I don't even care if these fuckers, if you can scale these fuckers to massively hypersonic reaction speeds, which they don't. There is no possible way you don't get overwhelmed by having to dodge this many things. Unless you can literally move as fast as the Flash or Superman for that matter.
Actually, these things are moving not that fast. Okay, I'm sorry, I don't mean to act like that. But we've seen in the gameplay they're actually moving not that fast. You're just bad at traversal. What you want me to say, that nigga?
Wonder Woman literally effortlessly takes down the squad with
time and time again.
No effort.
Yep.
Now they can magically beat the Flash and Green Lantern.
Well, once again, they had to get Flash's weakness. They quite literally need to get Green Lantern's weakness for his bullets to even hurt him. I feel like this is fair. Like, I know this nigga played the game, but I feel like this is fair.
The 14th thing is, why doesn't Superman take the kryptonite shield that Wonder Woman is using when he's fighting her and just throw it into space or throw it across the planet? Why doesn't Brainiac keep Superman under conditioning longer after he blocks the nuke? They explain that Superman needs more conditioning, otherwise he's gonna kill Wonder Woman and capture her. Not only would Wonder Woman be a major ally for Brainiac to control, but if Superman isn't conditioned enough, why would killing her be what happens? It should be the opposite of that if he's not conditioned enough. We see that the League, even though mentally controlled, still have emotions. Green Lantern is emotionally affected by Flash's death. So if Superman isn't controlled enough, then he should not be trying to kill Wonder Woman, and instead trying to mind control her by bringing her to Brainiac's ship. And even though this is something that would fit more into the plot section of the video, I gave you a little sneak peek into that.
Okay.
This is also plot armor. Because if Wonder Woman doesn't have the kryptonite shield, not only would Wonder Woman likely get captured instead of killed, which means the squad would have had to fight her because she would have never stabbed Superman in the chest, but also Superman would have killed the squad. The 15th thing is the Batman.
Okay, we see kryptonite doesn't affect him. So, and you even pointed out that he's not conditioned enough. How we know that's the real Superman? We've seen this nigga make superpowered grunts before.
No reason Batman should lose to the squad.
Plus, Superman eyes don't look like that. No, I'm just joking. I know it's the hypnotization.
Them all under fear times.
Hey,
Not only does
this is
Batman
crazy.
one-shot every single
But characters
in the beginning
grow.
of the game, but you're telling me that these people can fend off a more powerful fear toxin than we saw in Arkham Knight. The same, not the same, a more powerful version of the fear toxin that had Batman on his knees multiple times in Arkham Knight.
I'm pretty sure it was stated in the game that it's tweaked so it doesn't kill people. Because that was the problem with the old version of the fear toxin, that it killed people. But we know his fear toxin is tweaked. If you want to say, why didn't he tweak it back once he became hypnotized? Like, this shit happened in like a week, right? I'm pretty sure this game said this shit happened like super quickly. By the way, all the things he's pointing out, like, oh, why didn't they go to the Hall of Justice? It's because this shit happened like really quick. This shit happened in like a day, I'm pretty sure, within the game. Probably in like a week within the game.
Tripping balls the whole game. You're telling me these people can overcome that and beat Batman?
Absolutely trash.
Harley literally goes into this with no prep, mentions nothing about fear toxin countermeasures beforehand, yet she somehow in the middle of the boss fight whips up some magical anti-fear toxin that affects Batman. And somehow Batman doesn't see her making this anti-fear toxin thing while she's tripping balls. Even in gameplay, we don't see her doing anything different from the rest of
I gotta
the
let my cat in.
Batman also said...
By the way, Harley, Batman would have immunity to fear toxin. Would have some type of immunity to fear toxin. Harley would have some type of immunity to fear toxin too. Also, the Joker would have some type of immunity to fear toxin. I don't know what to say about that one. You just don't know the characters, huh? Okay, I'm back. Within that gameplay segment, by the way, he does try to stop her.
Every other league member, and not to play around with them. But then Batman literally does that during this boss fight. They make Batman look like a bumbling idiot who's nerfed right before he dies. And
okay. Go ahead.
The 16th thing is, we obviously know when they fight Superman, and I don't even think I need to explain this. Superman scales to Flash and speed, and it is stated by Batman, or Superman is stated by Batman, to be the most powerful being in the Justice League.
Okay. Superman can scale to Flash, but normally he doesn't. Superman doesn't overly exert himself. I think that's a thing we need to say about Superman. Superman never overly exerts himself. He will equal the enemy he's fighting. If you're saying, why would he do that? Superman is just a nice guy. Superman, Batman, maybe one of them, have enough fortitude, mental fortitude, to hold their movements on people that don't deserve it. We see Superman go full strength on Wonder Woman. Why not Superman go full strength on the fucking Suicide Squad? They go, why don't I don't know. I can't tell you. Well, why do niggas wait in Batman Arkham Knight to wait for you to fucking get the roots when the seed is poison? Why did they let you talk to Poison Ivy?
Or on the planet. Even Barry is massively confused on how Brainiac can even capture Colin. I don't need to explain this.
Why when they shot Batman, they didn't shoot him in the fucking mouth hole? And nigga, plot holes. I mean, not plot holes. This strawberry's really good. Plot shit happens all the time. It's kind of needed to make a story. You can't make a story with none.
It's fucking Superman, and I don't give a steaming shit that he's affected by gold kryptonite, purple kryptonite, pink kryptonite, cryptocurrency. It doesn't fucking matter. He doesn't need to get close to any of them, even though he can literally speed blitz any of them.
Well, see, right there, he touched it. He touched it in a cutscene. That's the end of your argument. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real. This Superman's not affected by kryptonite. This was a special synthesized kryptonite to affect this Superman. That right there should show you why he's probably not going full strength. I forgot this cutscene fucking existed.
And knock their heads off before they can even react. But he can easily throw a car at light speed, use his heat vision from range, use his freeze breath from range, throw 100 rocks at light speed. And in the beginning of the fight, he literally can do any of the things I just mentioned. And instead, he flies off for no reason, then comes back instead of doing any of that. There is literally no reason they win this fight. It's bullshit. Then we get to number 17. Brainiac freezes them, as I mentioned in the beginning of the game, in case you forgot that he had this ability like the plot does the whole time, and he's about to mind control them, and Luther gets them out. So instead of teleporting them and Luther back, he just forgets that he can use this ability, and it's never explained why. He can't use it again. Then we get to number 18. At the end of the story, they beat Brainiac. The same Brainiac that soloed the entire Justice League by himself.
He didn't solo. I want to tell you something. This is a fun fact. The Justice League went to Brainiac's ship with no intention of fighting. He got them niggas by surprise. Why did Superman do that? Actually, here's a common trait of Superman. He wants the good in all creatures. Even Brainiac. That's because he's an alien. No, that's a serious thing. That's a serious trait with him. Because an alien who tries to think nice of other aliens, therefore he's easily lured into alien v alien engagements and traps.
Why doesn't he just freeze them in place again? This dumbass is so stupid. He knows the squad beat Flash already, which I already outlined as a problem, so and it's also a problem here that they're able to beat him again. But he uses the Speed Force, which they have a counter for if he gets close to them. He doesn't disable that counter.
Here's the thing. So the Speed Force gets weaker the more people that's using it. At this point in the story, he started to make clones with the Speed Force. That's a no dice. He actually would have been stronger if he didn't do that shit. So technically, if we're tracking the timeline, the strongest version of the Flash we got was the version that didn't get hit by the pulse. So everything before he gets hit by the pulse is the strongest version of Flash.
That they have, and he tries pretty much the same thing Flash did. This shit is stupid on so many levels, and he has so many things that he can do to the squad, and he just doesn't win this fight.
Absolutely trash.
I hope I've outlined to you just how bad the plot armor problems alone didn't make this story. Just these problems alone bring this game's story down to like a fucking 2 out of 10 for me. This is the worst plot armor I have ever seen in a single piece of media. It completely
Dude, do not read the books then. Do not read the books.
Concept of good cause and effect in writing. But now,
I doubt it. Nah, I don't agree with that.
So the first thing I want to talk about is Batman and the others acknowledge that Brainiac could be a threat. Superman decides to welcome Brainiac with open arms, but doesn't check if he could be a threat.
I understand your caution, but that thing hasn't even fired a warning shot yet. Cowards. Diplomacy first, then back down. Isn't that what we do? Okay, we try diplomacy first, then things go sideways. I know, Bruce. If I'm honest, neither do I. But we have an example to
Okay.
especially today.
If Superman uses X-ray vision,
This shows how early League. This shows how early League is trying to be nice. This shows how early League is trying not to be hostile and trying to be nice.
Batman uses detective vision that was like attached to like the Batwing, and we also see that the Batwing has like stuff like scanners from Arkham Knight that use the Watchtower and satellite scanning. There's no possible way that they wouldn't have noticed weapons on the ship and the enemy battleships that are.
I feel like if I'm traveling throughout space, actually, it's the whole reason why Green Lanterns is the thing. There's other threats in space. Any ship comes equipped with battle weapons.
And they all walk in all at once without a plan.
And with that, how do you really know about Brainiac's tech? If you could prove to me they have some knowledge on Brainiac's tech to where they would be able to see those things, I'll say you got me there. Yes, Superman does this all the time. Superman does this all the time. By the way, because Task Force is out, I can kind of wager this is some point where the league starts to get more grounded with the hands-on jobs. So we're talking about like saving people from hazards and like fucking earthquakes and shit. And so people actually start being afraid of the league and wants to put some dictatorial wants to put some restrictions on the league. But that's me theorizing.
We can't just leave Metropolis undefended. Right back to space. We're in this together.
By the way, you can tell their overconfidence in this. Like they are sickeningly overconfident. Except Batman, which we see Batman wasn't being overconfident. He was trying his best to stop Harley. Just like how in the games, people try his best to stop Batman. How come Batman can take so many bullets? How come Harley can be Batman? I mean, it's all the same problem when you think about it. Hey, if you're saying Batman is stronger than bullets, then I guess you could argue, or Batman could do more than bullets. But I believe if you're gonna count gameplay as part of the story, then I mean that's you. I usually don't do shit like that. Drop my starburst. I usually don't do shit like that, but that's you. Once again, let's enjoy this nigga swing. Now, he knows how to traverse in those games. This nigga's good at it. And his editing is pretty spot on.
All they need to do is send in only the
Why didn't this nigga do a backflip yet?
Flash or Superman to talk and have the rest of the league outside ready to attack. Or better
So, as you heard, they thought they would be able to all just beat the shit out of him.
yet, organize a voice call. It's that simple. The second thing is, why doesn't Green Lantern ask his fellow Lantern Corps members if they have ever seen this ship or if they have any records of it? The Lantern Corps should be in the know about, like, what this ship could be.
This is him right here. He doesn't ask the Lantern Corps for shit. It's actually a big part of his thing of being black. He likes the Lantern Corps. He really does. But he understands that they're a police force, so they may be a little prejudiced. Plus, we're not sure if this is the timeline where the Green Lanterns, like, fucked over everything. When I mean fucked over everything, I mean, like, the leaders, like, fucked it up for everybody else in the bottom. Because they do that often a lot. But from I'm hearing that they kind of wanted to solve the problem by themselves. And that's fine.
Could be, and if the Lantern Corps don't know about Brainiac, then Jon Stewart should be informing them and see it as more of a potential threat. The third thing is that Batman brings up that Brainiac wants open negotiations aboard his ship. It's a giant skull ship. Why is that Brainiac's design, especially if he wants to try and trick people? And why does Superman want to go into this ship in good faith? And it's stated that they've dealt with...
I just want to say, there's a bunch of aliens out there in the world. They look weird. They have weird symbols. I mean, that's just off rip.
Aliens before, like the Sinestro Corps. The fourth thing is, why don't the Justice League inform the police and government about the alien ship to get the city evacuated just in case? If Gotham can be evacuated just...
Well, that's because they really thought they were that powerful. They really thought they were strong. The only person who thought of taking precautions, like real precautions, was Batman. They sucked into their own hype, man.
Goddamn bomb threat from Scarecrow, then Metropolis should easily be evacuated.
Batman has more weight in Gotham than the Justice League do in Metropolis. That's it.
And the fact that they don't try to evacuate the city is blatant character assassination no matter the way you spin it. The fifth thing is, why don't the Justice League have Superman and Green Lantern just agree to negotiate with Brainiac off the planet? The sixth thing is, Wonder Woman says to Flash that she doesn't know what to do.
They did go to a ship, so that is off planet. If you're talking about like a far away from planet, then I don't know, maybe because they didn't want to wait that long.
And the League is like captured.
Because they really thought they could solve the problem that easily.
Yet she knows about
Here's my question. Where the fuck is Shazam? That's my biggest plot hole. Where's Shazam? I want Shazam to come in. Suicide Squad. No. Diana, I heard you need help. It's like a laugh track. It's like, whoa. They bump into each other. And they're like, Shazam? Yeah, that's me. Deadshot? What's up, my nigga? I give Shazam the inward pass.
Kryptonite and she does nothing with it. The seventh thing is Wonder Woman is sitting in the watchtower recording a message while Barry is fighting Green Lantern and the city is being invaded.
A full evacuation order. I repeat, if you and your loved ones are still in Metropolis, we urge you to get to safety.
Such devastation. My heart breaks for this city and its children.
Okay.
Biometrics activated. Access granted.
Watchtower identified as biometrics.
And identified as user Barry Allen.
Flash. Tower access intersect security feed.
Security feed offline. Threat of fleet compromise. Certain.
Absolutely trash.
So now let me move on into the
Go ahead.
So the first point I have against the plot is why are there only 4 squad members? Why isn't there Killer Croc? Why don't they force Scarecrow to mass reproduce his gas so that it can be used like against the Justice League?
Well, it's not just 4 because you also got the Penguin, the Toymaker, the Hack. These are the 4 on ground units. That is true. And when these 4 mess up, she's gonna send in more. If you're telling me why isn't there far more, because they haven't released it, why can you only play as Batman and Arkham Knight except for a few sections? I want to play as fucking Nightwing.
Well, why hasn't Argus done that again for Scarecrow to begin with already? I feel like a company like Argus would definitely have already used Scarecrow's full gas.
I'm pretty sure Argus is not a company. They're a part of the military. They're part of like the CIA or some shit. They're part of the government, which kind of proves to me what I'm saying, because Argus really only gets started once they get afraid of the Justice League.
Your gas in another way. But why isn't Firefly there? Why isn't Deathstroke there? The only defense that I've heard for why these people aren't here is that they could have died because in the beginning of the game, Waller says that the Suicide Squad was the first assets to make it into Metropolis alive. But that doesn't work because why doesn't Brainiac have any of those people mind controlled right now? Green Lantern literally.
Well, because we know the grunts turn grunts into other grunts, not into mind controlled humans.
Tells us that Brainiac is looking for metahumans, and the only other defense I can think of is like Waller might have had them sent through air transportation to reach the city, but that just makes Waller look like a complete and utter greenland. And I'm sorry, but I also just don't buy the fact, like, how did Boomerang, Shark, Harley, and Deadshot make it in, but not like Deathstroke?
Deathstroke is DLC. This took place 3 weeks ago, so you wouldn't know that. Hold on. This took place 3 weeks ago, so you wouldn't know that. Oh, let's see here. Oh, guys, I'm not going into Discord. I'm not doing this Discord shit. He seems too toxic, not gonna lie.
The second problem I have with the plot is, what is the point of Waller testing the squad in the beginning of the game? Why does she not implant the bombs herself? What if the squad kills each other? If King Shark eats anyone, they lose a member, and Waller would be down a troop. The third thing is, King Shark should be bullying the others. He has super strength and durability.
He is.
It's blatantly obvious that he's the strongest member of the squad multiple
He,
times.
look at this.
Totally pulling back King Shark's finger. Why doesn't King Shark just jump up during this whole scuffle? Why doesn't he break the device? How did King Shark lose the device to begin with? Twice. He lost it twice.
You can
King
still
Shark
swipe it from him.
feel being stabbed in the
You
back,
can still
yet
swipe it from him, dude.
three regular humans. The fourth thing is Waller puts her team in a speeding train while they're
Okay.
knocked out. This could kill them if they don't wake up. And Waller gave the squad the C4 in the train.
It shows how much she doesn't give a fuck. Actually, they do have Killer Moth. And this, granted, you cannot die. You cannot die in the game. So you probably don't know this. But if you get your head exploded as Deadshot, she says, go give me Killer Moth. So she actually does have my Killer Moth.
C4 sure is
So
helpful.
she
If
could show she
disregarding
doesn't
that,
fucking care.
She's just a complete moron for putting them on this train without telling them anything or prepping them for the situation. The fifth thing is, why does
She wasn't going to go in the chair.
fucking tech that can be stolen behind regular ass glass?
Actually, that's the same thing that happens in Batman 2. So, in Arkham Knight. So.
It even has a Speed Force gauntlet. Why aren't these replicas of things? The sixth thing is, the Justice League
This is the League, so I'm assuming they put in a League to keep it safe.
or Brainiac doesn't clear the museum and or other bases and bat caves from resources that can
I actually don't think the Brainiac knew about the museum and knew about the Hall of Justice. If you want to say the Justice League could have done it, that makes sense.
possibly be used against them. And we see this later with other stuff too, like the Kryptonite and the Sinestro Core batteries, and they also leave stuff like
Oh. Does this give him ad revenue? I'll watch it just because I'm pretty sure this gives him ad revenue. I'm gonna mute it though. Okay, give him some ching. You know, because I am watching this video. I feel like this is only fair that I give him some fucking. I damn near give him some fucking give him something. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching the video. I might as well watch the ad complete, come in full, so he gets to get some of that cha-ching for me watching the video. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. So let me know. Let me know in the comments if that's not how it works. Okay, I'm skipping this one. I don't know. I don't give a fuck about that one. Okay, returning this shit back up.
The seventh thing is Green Lantern tells us that this invasion has been going on for 3 weeks. This means that Wonder Woman and Flash never fought the League for 3 weeks.
You gotta really look yourself in the mirror.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty sure they could have tried, or they were more focused on civilians, because I think that was Wonder Woman's main concern.
Work on your game.
And if you listen to this dialogue,
oh, that means they haven't seen him for like 3 weeks. That means he was evacuating people.
this is very blatantly dialogue that you would be hearing from someone who's having a first encounter with someone. This means that despite knowing where countermeasures are, Diana and Barry don't fight Batman or Green Lantern. That's the only 2 League members that are affected right now. Fucking brain dead. And then we get
Didn't we need it to hack to get the countermeasures?
that Batman erased none of his contingency plans against the Justice League at his Batcave.
No, that's right. He got me there.
Then we get to the 9th thing. Brainiac is looking for metahumans, and Batman knows that there would be metahumans at Arkham Asylum. Yeah, that's true. Brainiac never attacks Arkham Asylum. The 10th thing.
I really don't think he gets their memory. I really don't think he gets their memory. I'm gonna be 100%. I don't think Brainiac gets the nigga's memory. But he makes actually good points here. I feel like he making some good points. Why didn't Batman go back? Once again, I think he didn't go back because he had enough mental fortitude to not go back. He didn't have enough mental fortitude to kill. But we do know, like, Batman do come up plans to kill himself, like, all the fucking time. In the comics, that's literally the arc we're on right now. I'm pretty sure it fell safe.
Why does Flash stop to talk to Green Lantern? He could literally off-guard Green Lantern and hit him with a barrage of punches before Lantern can even get his bearings. This could possibly knock...
Well, that's the Flash's personality. Like, that's more of a problem with Flash's personality, that Flash can't take anything seriously.
Lantern out. Also, why does he not make any...
You know, it's crazy because I feel like this is the most generic, like, the most generic personality types of these heroes, right? They really took the most generic part of these heroes' personality types and they put them in the game. Like, this is an authentic Justice League, right? I really do believe, in my personal opinion, I believe this nigga hasn't watched any of the Justice League media. Like, has interpreted any of it.
Wonder Woman for help. And again, we know that Wonder Woman is literally just sitting in the Watchtower right now doing nothing except recording a fucking voice recording. So she should be absolutely helping Flash take down Green Lantern. The 11th thing is, and speaking of Wonder Woman being in the Watchtower, how does Batman not know that Wonder Woman was in the Watchtower? And why doesn't he change the codes or security clearance for the Watchtower? Why didn't Brainiac take over for the Watchtower for use of its technology and likely satellites?
Oh, once again, that just goes back to Brainiac not using other smart niggas' tech. It's a poor function of his character. I know. Characters have flaws. I know. Batman, on the other hand, doesn't underestimate people. Honestly, if you tell me that isn't the real Batman, I could definitely agree with that. I don't think that's the real Batman. It could be a clone or something. But I don't know. He makes a good point here.
12th thing is, neither Batman or Green Lantern used the Speed Force gauntlet in the Hall of Justice to track Flash and capture him, but Captain Boomerang of all people is smart. Like, right.
I'm pretty sure he does it by accident. Right? Like, that's something he does by accident. Or that's something he does by Lex Luthor feeding that shit in his ear.
Your intellect is as weak as your dollar. Failure is your destiny. You disrespect yourself and your nation. You are made of
kind of technology into his suit. He literally already has gauntlets onto his suit, so why does he not use this kind of technology to make him better at fighting crime or helping the world? The 14th thing is, and I already went over the
he was talking about
make him better suit. He literally, there's a Speed Force gauntlet. Why does Batman not equip this kind of technology into his suit? He literally already has gauntlets onto his suit. So
that's more, actually, that's more of a plot hole with Batman as a whole. He actually raised a good point. Because in some continuities, Batman gets magic, Batman gets superpowers, and he often gives it up. Mostly because he's afraid of the person he could become.
Use this kind of technology to make him better at fighting crime and helping the world. The 14th thing is, and I already went over the museum fight with Batman, but there's greater issues here as well.
I know, I wonder if that nigga got scared at the museum fight with Batman. Cause that shit scared me. I'm not like, I'm not gonna lie. When I was walking and my homie, I looked back. I was on TikTok. Right? Cause the loading screen is taking how long? And my homie was like, "I'm down." I was like, "What?" He was like, "I'm down." I looked down. King Shark knocked out. I was like, "The fuck I'm supposed to do?" So I'm walking through the museum, and I'm shooting at any vents. I actually shot Batman. I know I'm the dead shot. He's a dead shot around, nigga. Know my name. I shot Batman, and he made him run away. But that shit scared me, bro.
Why the fuck is Batman killing random civilians in some random museum when he literally knows that Green Lantern is fighting Flash and would also know that Flash is pinned?
The fuck is Batman supposed to do against the Flash? Green Lantern, want me to help you? Yeah, Batman. Can you throw a battle rain at him? I'll slap the fuck out you. I'll slap the fuck at you. Like, dude.
Critically injured on the roof since Brainiac's army shows up when like we have to defend Flash from. The second thing is, why does Batman waste time fighting the Suicide Squad instead of just turning the lights on and Green Lantern is fighting Flash? And we also know that Flash is pinned down and critically injured on the roof.
Why does Batman doesn't show up? Well, his thing works on fear. There's no fear gas. There's no way to ventilate fear gas here. It's midday. Maybe it was better to send the grunts out. Honestly, yeah, it's probably better to send the grunts out.
The second thing is, why does Batman waste time?
How injured does it? How injured that? From my knowledge, Batman commands the grunt. He does not send the grunt. Brainiac sends the grunt.
Turning the lights out and immediately teleporting Flash to the ship before he wakes up. This risks Flash getting up and running away. 3, even though we've already gone over the fact that the squad doesn't get killed here, why doesn't Batman take or break any of the tech that they stole from the Hall of Justice? The 15th thing is, where the hell is Green Lantern after critically injuring the...
Why in Arkham Knight, the nigga doesn't shoot you in the mouth, then shoots you in the mouth trying to loot your body? Why in Arkham Knight, the Arkham Knight doesn't check to see if Batman died? It's gameplay mechanics. You still need to have fun, nigga. It's like what?
When Brainiac's army shows up, and why doesn't Batman send Green Lantern to capture or kill the squad after he's done capturing Flash? So we have both a plot and plot armor problem that I didn't go over in that section.
Go ahead.
Even though technically plot and
yeah, armor at the same time. Yeah, I get what you're saying, bro.
16th criticism is, why is the Justice League security thumbprint only? There's literally tech that can easily steal fingerprints. We even see biometric scans in the game, and Batman would obviously know that this kind of tech can be easily bypassed, as this kind of security he bypassed in...
Actually, the real question is, does Batman believe everybody has the resources that he has? Probably not. Probably not.
The Arkham Knight on Stag's airship. And then we get...
Plus, I know Batman, this is my knowledge of Batman. Batman does keep some security levels low just in case shit like this does happen.
Number 17, which is it stems off of the previous point, and what I mentioned earlier with the fact that the Justice League has very dangerous tech sitting in the Hall of Justice behind regular glass. This doesn't give me much confidence that they have good security in the Hall of Justice. So if their security
they don't, and I think that's the point.
Why in the fuck is one of their bases open to the public? This risks someone who wants to get at the Justice League potentially bombing this building or something of that nature.
Well, I believe all the text, I believe all the real important stuff is in the Watchtower.
Something that is present in the comics. It could also be stupid there too, unless there is context for that makes it not. The 18th thing is, why is Riddler delaying the Suicide Squad when they need to stop Brainiac from taking over the world? And if they don't stop Brainiac, this would affect Riddler too. He hacks their bombs for stupid races and trophies. And Riddler doesn't...
I don't think he hacks their bombs. He hacks their comms, I'm pretty sure. Because for any of the races and trophies, he doesn't threaten to blow you up. From my knowledge.
Go after Batman or Brainiac, who he would absolutely want to prove he is superior to. Why is he messing with...
That's because he's more focused on the fact that Argos didn't invite him to the Suicide Squad. The Riddler's just weird like that.
With the squad, this makes literally no sense. The 19th thing is, why doesn't Waller have video feed on the squad at all times or involuntary audio sharing so that she can always hear what they're saying? Or have a drone follow the squad as well. This would stop them from doing literally anything behind her back, such as Earth 2 Lex Luthor. The 20th thing is...
Here's the thing. Dude, this is actually a thing in the comics. From my knowledge, he does this to prove superiority. because she knows they're actually not smart enough to counter anything she says, so she does this to stomp in that she is better.
When the squad breaks into LexCorp, Luthor still has all of his files on his database, despite knowing that Brainiac, Batman, or Hack could possibly breach his data. All of this stuff should be on a completely separate server away from his building that is extremely
Okay, calm down, nigga, because we know we know Lex Luthor's not that quick. We know that he was building some shit, and we also know that he tries to delete the files right then and there once he figures out someone's trying to get it.
But also, Hack, Batman, and Brainiac don't attempt to breach Lex's data at all before this. The 21st thing is, Waller
they fucking try
everything possible to keep her distance from this LexCorp employee. It's an obvious threat that he makes to him, and it could be anything. This bomb going off risks her dying if the bomb has a big enough blast radius, so she's being a complete moron right now. The 22nd thing is, and on this very same point,
what? Being a fucking complete moron? Yeah, I guess, bro. I guess. I feel like we're getting to like nitpicky parts. He's nitpicking. He must be like a Marvel fan or something. I feel like we definitely get into nitpicky parts.
Yeah, why would Waller even bring herself to LexCorp in the first place when she can easily get trapped or killed?
Oh, because I'm pretty sure she wanted to make this her new base. Because why wouldn't you? Look at all that fucking tech right there.
The 23rd thing is when we get to meet Ivy for the first time. First of all,
cool.
I just want to talk about this relationship between Ivy and Harley. They literally have no pre-established relationship built up before this game, and Harley literally contributes to her being almost killed by Scarecrow in the beginning of Arkham Knight. And Harley goes along with the same plan that would kill every plant in Gotham. Another thing is, and this part's a nitpick, but how
does Harley go with the same plan? No, I'm pretty sure Harley plan was like completely fucking separate in Arkham Knight, right? Hold on, let me see. Yeah, no, her shit was completely separate from last time I checked. Her thing was the Joker virus, right? I'm pretty sure that was just that had little to nothing to do with Scarecrow, I'm pretty sure. Correct me if I'm wrong, Colin. If you end up seeing this video and you react to it, or whatever, you react to my reaction, hey, nigga, prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. I wouldn't mind.
Does Ivy not notice a bomb being planted in her neck by Boomerang? And this next part isn't a nitpick, but why are the squad talking about putting a bomb in Ivy's head around her where she can easily hear them? This risks Ivy potentially.
Oh, this is a common thing with the squad. They're fucking unprofessional. They're a group of actual hooligans.
Running away, or possibly killing them right now, which he was literally about to do before Boomerang saves them and tells Ivy that there's a bomb in her. And I also already went over the fact that the Justice League should be here right now in the platformer section of the video. That's another problem with this part. And another problem with this part is the fact that the dialogue in this scene between Harley and Ivy is really weird.
I don't know you, but my pheromones remember you. Strange emotions. Tell me about it. Wasn't expecting it to come in fun size. You really don't know me? Harley and Ivy forever. Intense stories, burning letters. Nope.
I don't see this as weird. How the fuck is this weird? She wasn't fucking hitting on her. She genuinely thinks that's Ivy.
Knows that Ivy can be tracked in pheromone trackers that Batman had, but keeps Ivy in her main base of operations. There's also just a Brainiac goon sitting in the Hall of Justice, which also
that's true.
Knowing their location. The 25th thing
that's true.
Harley knows that Lex.
All this stuff is true. This year we go to the plot armor section. No, yeah, is this in plot? Is this why isn't this in plot armor? I would have put this in plot armor. No, you got a good point here. Like, why doesn't this stuff happen other than it's the Suicide Squad? Well, it's the Suicide Squad. Yeah, I can tell off rip he would not be an enjoyer of the comics. But, you know, if I had to actually give a somewhat tangible argument, it would be just because he has goons, they're not hive minding, right? So he's able to do that. Just because she produced pheromones does not necessarily mean Batman still has the pheromone tracker because she's dead. If you say why did he go to Gotham to get the pheromone tracker, that would be a better argument. But I don't think he would have the pheromone tracker on hand.
set a trap, yet falls for it anyway, risking her not being able to do anything if they get attacked. And you know how she does this? By grabbing Deadshot's ass. I just want to mention, if this was Deadshot doing this to Harley, I don't even think I need to explain that. The 26...
If it was the other way around. Dude, oh my god, niggas like this can't take a joke, huh? Yeah, if it's not about killing kids in Crimea or fucking niggas, black people, I think niggas can't take a joke. Okay, if it was the other way around, it's not in Deadshot's character to act like that. It's totally in Harley's character to act like that.
Lex uses the squad, I'm assuming to get the attention of the league. I'm assuming that's what his plan was, even though there are literally far better ways to do this. And as far as we can tell, there's literally no traps set up at all, which would definitely be a blatant
Lex Luthor overconfidence. That's normal.
Better plan. And also, his suit has no countermeasures if the Flash or Superman speed blitz. Why is his anti-speed...
Superman usually, I went over that in the, I went over that before. Superman usually equals whoever he's fighting.
Force device not set to automatic like Toymaster has his setup later in the story. Why doesn't he make it so that his suit allows him to perceive people like Flash? This man's biggest villain is Superman. How in the fuck does Superman ever lose to this clown? Also,
that's because Superman doesn't like try to beat Lex Luthor like that hard, I guess. I mean, that's the best way I can say it. Lex Luthor usually play big brain mind games, so not being able to fight the Flash, that's it. Actually, here's a little fun fact. Here's a little fun fact for you, Colin. When you read the comics, you actually start to realize they can't fight each other's rogues. It's just something that they can do other than like they need special methods. Like Batman could probably fight a lot of Flash rogues, but would he be able to fight him the way that Flash fights him? Flash is really nice when it comes to person-to-person connections. So I don't think Batman would be able to beat his rogues because they'll just come back harder. While the Flash rogues are cool as fuck. You can tell them to stop. Sorry, my bad. Spit up something.
Batman literally has an anti-speed force device of his own, which we see in his contingencies. He should absolutely be concerned that Lex Luthor could potentially have one as well, which is why I said earlier that Batman should have probably warned Flash of something like, and Flash...
Well, I don't think their comms are locked in like that. I mean, from what we can tell, the Justice League is fairly new here. Batman joined the Justice League. Oh, Batman! Just remember something. Change the whole context of what you're arguing, Batman. You're arguing about. Batman just got invited to the league. He's still taking time to adjust to a new environment of working as a team.
Body at all to see if he has any more tech left on him after pulling him out of the suit. The 27th thing is, Flash should capture the squad once Deadshot misses, and if not capture them, just knock them out. Also, where is Batman or Green Lantern? Why isn't
that would not
Batman
be within
Flash's
personality.
Flash might be a liability due to his personality. So Batman
should
have sent both Green Lantern or himself to do this, or rather just help Flash and monitor them.
If Brainiac gives the commands, if Brainiac is the actual commander, then there's really nothing he can do, right? Batman could just throw out suggestions. If Brainiac says, no, it's fine, then no, it's fine.
And again, we still have the problem with Brainiac just being able to freeze Lex and teleport him to the ship. And Flash kills Luthor because he got irritated with Luthor. Okay, so why doesn't he kill the squad for the same reason? And if he's so overconfident as the game wants to portray him, to the point where it makes him a complete moron, then why doesn't he start fighting Wonder Woman? And if your defense is, oh, Wonder Woman hit him really hard and that's why he ran away, okay, the squad also make him extremely tired and damaged during the boss fight, so what?
I actually think he went back because he was unmind controlled for a second, and you know the Flash thinks super fast. So he probably pre-queued some movements. I'm being dead ass.
Why doesn't he run away during the boss fight by that logic? The 28th thing is, why does Flash put Lex in a shipping container instead of just teleporting him straight to Brainiac's ship for mind control? This is yet another time Batman should absolutely...
I think they have to call on teleportation, that's why.
...be interjecting himself or sending Green Lantern. And the 29th thing is, why does the Flash just let the squad destroy the cannon? Yet another thing the squad does to hurt Brainiac's army...
Because the cannon doesn't matter. Brainiac has like infinite troops.
And and they don't die or get captured for this. I probably should have put that in the plot armor section of the video, but again, who cares? The 30th thing is, Wonder Woman throws a metal crate into a building that Lois is in, and she knows that Lois is in. Lois could be in the area that Wonder Woman throws the crate when she throws it, which could risk Lois getting possibly hurt. She also just...
Oh yeah, you're nitpicking.
This, and by now, again, Green Lantern should be here. The 31st thing is, Toyman already had the anti-Speed Force device prepared automatically, but Luthor didn't. I don't think it's a problem that Toyman has it set to his anti-Speed Force device automatically. That's actually one of the only smart things in this story. I'm just pointing out how stupid it is that he has this down, but Lex Luthor doesn't.
Yeah, Lex is overconfident. Lex being overconfident is being overconfident.
Reaction to Toyman having a bomb planted into his head, yet earlier they had a problem with it when it came to both Hack and Ivy. Inconsistent.
Okay, that's not inconsistent. At that point, I'm pretty sure they got used to it. Like, what the fuck are you supposed to do then? What the fuck are you supposed to do? You want them to kill her?
The 33rd thing is, if Flash leaves traces of the Speed Force around people that he passes, shouldn't the Squad have it more than anyone right now? Their plan is that they hope they can run into Brainiac goons with, like, Speed Force traces, and every time they leave the Hall of Justice, they risk their death. Even when they are in the Hall of Justice, they should be dead, but they aren't.
Well, actually, we don't know. Actually, we don't know how much. We don't know how much traces does it leave, but that's actually a good argument there.
To siphon that energy from the Squad, which risks them either dying or Batman figuring out that they're making an anti-Speed Force device. Even though, again, he should have already hacked their comms and knew they were doing this. But he didn't, because they made Batman a moron in this game.
They make him a moron.
The fifth thing is, the Squad doesn't activate the anti-Speed Force device before calling out Flash, so he could just Speed Blitz kill all of them before they even think about it.
But that's not in his personality.
The sixth thing is, the Flash doesn't notice the anti-Speed Force device on Boomerang's hand, and he checks none of their bodies for that when they are absolutely confident they can fight Flash. Flash should absolutely know there's something.
Wouldn't be part of Flash. Wouldn't be part of Flash's personality.
Weapons in general before fighting.
Wouldn't be part of his personality.
Flash to be cautious of that possibility. The 37th thing.
Batman's bad with comms.
Squad doesn't shoot Flash after they hit him with the anti-Speed Force device. So not only do they not have the anti-Speed Force device ready before it shows up, but when they have their best opportunity at the beginning of the fight, they don't even.
I'm pretty sure it has to hit him.
I'd also like to point out the fact that the Squad broadcasted this broadcast to all of Metropolis. Batman would have absolutely seen this and should have sent Green Lantern to back up Flash, especially after what just happened last time. But nope, Green Lantern doesn't show up.
Batman doesn't show the cost.
Until after we kill Flash. And I've already went over the plot armor section for when Green Lantern finally does show up.
Batman doesn't shoot the cause, I'm pretty sure. I stop arguing that I stop arguing that Brainiac that Batman doesn't shoot the shots if I can get like a little bit of proof that Brainiac commands the army and not just Batman commands the army and not just Brainiac.
To get the Squad,
they'll be tired.
Suspicious activity on Earth 2, and the other Brainiac would be on the lookout for the Squad if the Earth 1 Brainiac communicated with him, and even if he didn't, there should still be suspicious activity.
Okay.
The fact that there is still.
I wonder. Does he like clip? Like, does he record one thing and then turn it into clips, or does he clip out the segments, or does he know what he's gonna clip prior? Like, does he watch a YouTube video and then like figure out what he's gonna clip? That's just a video editing thing. I'm just wondering about.
And that person is able to beat his forces and take them down. 39th thing is, Deadshot shoots down their main source of intel on the Green Lantern's plans or his communications. How stupid are you? This could literally give you information on not only what they are doing, but it would also tell you if Brainiac is actively looking for you on that other Earth, and if he is notified that you are on the Earth that you are on right now. The 40th thing is, Waller doesn't ask the Squad how.
I stopped paying attention. My fault.
Even though she didn't get an answer when their quote-unquote comms went out, she just forgets to ask them about this when they get back to the Hall of Justice. The 41st thing.
I think that's because she was more focused on more important stuff.
To get the bombs out of their head right now with Earth 2 Lex.
Yeah.
Don't ask him if he can do it at all. The 42nd.
I mean, does he think like he can do it in that state? They seen the machine at which they could do it. I don't see that machine around.
Wonder Woman is in one of his bases with kryptonite and Sinestro core batteries and does nothing about it. The 43rd thing.
Wait, he said Batman knows?
Do it at all. The 42nd thing is, Batman knows Wonder Woman is in one of his bases with Kryptonite.
Yeah, I'm sorry. How the fuck would he know?
And does nothing about it. The 45th,
Okay, I need proof that he knows.
why is Wonder Woman only just now going to Bruce's hideout with the Kryptonite and Sinestro Core batteries?
Oh, that's because
3
Superman
weeks
just
later, and
Superman
Wonder Woman
just showed
only
himself.
grabs the Kryptonite and not the Sinestro Core batteries.
At this point in the story, I'm pretty sure like she gave up. She gave up on trying to save people because there was no point. She can't hypnotize someone. Kryptonite kills Superman, so this kind of makes sense.
Like, how
Damn.
stupid are they? And then we get to number 44.
Your friends will be unsafe. How many more lives will be lost before you try and fail?
I do not need a lecture on morality from a shark.
Wonder Woman's racist. The 45th thing is,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh my God. Oh. This nigga needs to read more Wonder Woman comics. That. Let me tell you, she's more than racist. She's more than racist. She's a little classist too.
this Flash was defeated, but doesn't back up Green Lantern when he knows there's a high probability that they have the Sinestro Core batteries. The 46th
He doesn't call the
thing
shots
is,
at him.
if Green Lantern dies, someone can just take the most powerful weapon in the galaxy.
I believe it's a fake
I guess
ring,
now
but
it's
no, he's right on that one. That shit don't make sense.
theory people have been trying to use about this game. So, number one, if this is a Green Lantern ring that Brainiac made, then why doesn't he create more? He could literally have a whole army of goons with lantern rings. He could give every single job.
It could require too much power. That's a thing we know with the rings in general, that they require too much power, which is why they need to be recharged. So you don't want to give it to every goon, so they don't have to stop at like fucking recharging stations. That's what I can think.
Justice League member a ring. And the second thing is, if he can clone people this quickly, like with Batman, Flash, and Lantern, then he should have multiple of all of those people. And this
He does, actually. We seen him install Flash's powers in the grunts. That could be the starting to a clone. I don't think he's able to clone that fast. I think he already made clones before. But that's kind of up to you.
would break the plot even more. I don't think you people
Go ahead.
understand how dumb that theory is. And if that theory does wind up becoming true, oh my god, this story is it already is the worst thing ever. But it gets even worse. And I just can't.
Absolute trash.
The 47th thing is,
Good.
why doesn't Brainiac keep Superman under conditioning longer after he blocks the nuke? They explain that Superman needs more conditioning, otherwise he's gonna kill Wonder Woman and capture her. Not only would Wonder Woman be a major ally for Brainiac to control, but if Superman isn't conditioned enough, why would killing her be what happens? It should be the opposite of that.
Didn't this nigga just repeat this?
Even though mentally controlled, still have emotions, and Green Lantern is emotionally affected by Flash's death. So if Superman isn't controlled enough, then he should be not trying to kill Wonder Woman, and instead trying to mind control her.
Flash, the most warm-hearted person in the thing, said the only way to stop this is to kill us. So I think that Superman, even with his emotions and needs a little bit of conditioning here, I do believe that he needs to. I'm trying to think of the word. That he found it more rational to kill Wonder Woman. That's just based off of what I've seen in the game.
I'm not gonna say Superman is straight up character assassinated here because
No, he's not.
explaining what it's doing to his brain or whatever. I'm saying what it does to his brain doesn't make sense with how it's been established previously with Green Lantern, as well as with how Batman talks to Wonder Woman over the comms. The 48th thing
Okay.
is Superman takes 22 seconds off screen, not hitting Wonder Woman, and then throws rocks at her that don't even hit her.
Yeah, Superman off a perk in that scene. That's what you want me to say.
Why are you wasting time throwing a rock at her, and why are you not just unloading a barrage of punches into her? And the 49th
What's up with you in insta killing, dude? Gosh, it feels like you're so used to playing the game where you're the strongest thing that you're like, oh, why didn't you insta kill here? Why didn't you insta kill here? I don't know, bro. Look, bro, I'm gonna be honest. There's a lot of shit you don't like if your main thought is like, why didn't it be insta killing?
Woman could have punched Superman while he was getting back up, or used the lasso of truth to detain him. And Wonder Woman should have been using the lasso of truth to begin.
Nigga, she thought he was dead.
In the chest with the kryptonite, and that would be especially in character for her to do because she knows she got to talk to the real Flash for a second when she used it on him, and she should.
She thought he was dying.
And I don't even want to hear she couldn't, because if she can react to Superman's heat vision, then she can absolutely do one of the two things that I've mentioned. And I don't even know if I mentioned this previously earlier, but it's completely
okay. Go ahead.
That the kryptonite that Wonder Woman hasn't been cleared out by Batman or Brainiac. If Wonder Woman stabs Superman in the head with that kryptonite, he's dead. The 50th thing is...
Nah, not really. From what we can tell.
To blast even more powerful lasers to kill Wonder Woman if kryptonite, just being pressed against his chest earlier, prevented him from using it entirely. And it had him weakened, and it had him like this. And the 51st thing is...
here's a fun fact. I actually believe that the conditioning kind of changes your DNA a little bit. And that's why. Because he needed more conditioning, it takes time for the kryptonite to... So, because I'm thinking, like, why wouldn't you get rid of their greatest weakness? But he couldn't get rid of their personality.
God wants to try and save Wonder Woman, but they literally don't do anything to Superman while the kryptonite is in his heart or before it's in his
It's not affecting him, nigga.
Help Wonder Woman. 52nd thing is, none of the squad members take the lasso of truth. This could be very useful later, not only just later, but also in combat for them, and I will get more into that
No,
later.
that's true, that's true, that's true. No one takes the lasso of truth.
See where I'm going with that.
Go ahead.
But anyways, the 53rd thing is, why doesn't Hack break into Batman's files so that the squad doesn't even need to go into the Batcave? The 54th thing is, why does Batman have his contingency plan play once the squad gets in? He already killed Robin in the Batcave, so he would have shut it down. Why doesn't Batman just delete the contingencies entirely? Again, he had 3 whole weeks to do this. The 55th thing is,
I agree with
why
that.
doesn't Batman shut down the tech as soon as he knows they're in the Batcave? Or hurt
Maybe
all
he
of the
couldn't.
data from his files like Luther did. This
Oh,
risks
damn,
them getting
you
into
got a good
even
point.
more of his
Because
files.
I think Luther was at a computer when he did that.
Batman's
And
contingency
Batman
says nothing
did not,
about how to
was at a
counteract his toxic.
computer.
All he says to Tim is to have the Bat family jump him with their highly specialized training when Batman could easily find a way to beat all of them. Look at how that worked out for Jason in Arkham Knight. He had a...
Calm down. Calm down, nigga. Calm down. Calm down. The Batman, right, especially at the end of his arcs, one key thing about Batman at the end of his arcs is that he starts to put his faith in more people, and that's usually his contingency plan all the time.
A whole ass army and he couldn't do it. What makes you think the Bat family jumping you just is gonna be enough to beat you?
Strategic fucking genius.
Actually, come to think of it, maybe he knew this game was going to write him to be a complete moron. The 57th thing is,
Yeah, go ahead.
Harley should not be able to make the fear toxin that is better than Crane's to the point that Batman is losing the fight. You're telling me Harley Quinn, a consistent dumbass in the Arkham series, suddenly knows how to make a better fear toxin than the master chemist Scarecrow and Batman?
You know she's a chemist. You know she works with the Joker, who is a master chemist, right?
Get the fuck out of here. The 58th thing is, Scarecrow giving Harley instructions
Go ahead.
on his fear toxin is blatant character assassination for Scarecrow. It takes away that power of fear from which he would absolutely not want to give the people, and he was about to kill Stag in Arkham Knight just for helping him test it out on him. And that's why Stag betrays Scarecrow at the beginning of Arkham Knight.
If I got president,
Thing is,
pause. If I got pressed by Harley Quinn, I'm giving her whatever she wants. That bitch is crazy.
Luther should be worried about...
Actually, I think he doesn't keep in mind that the Arkham Knight does have a dog eat dog structure, right? Where certain niggas won't fuck with certain niggas just because they're afraid of certain niggas. Harley being connected to the Joker allows her to get away with so much shit when it comes to other villains, because they think she's fucking crazy.
about Batman possibly having
But
a track
that's a good plot hole. You got a point. This is just me analyzing the personalities of what we've seen in the past games too. So that's what I'm doing. I got no solid evidence. Like I said, I'm not bringing up scans. So this nigga's making some great points.
body, and he doesn't have the squad check or remove the suit and dispose of it, or check inside his body. And the fact that Batman doesn't have a tracker is extremely stupid on Brainiac's part. The 60th thing is, neither Luther or the
that's
Squad
maybe true.
make any attempt to try and study Batman's body to see if it's possible to reverse the mind control and break Batman out of it. This is another reason why they should have taken the
I don't think fucking Lex wanted to break the mind control.
lasso of truth and use used it on Batman. The 61st thing is, it's revealed that Waller knew the squad was working with Earth 2 Lex this whole time. She doesn't get to act like that now. She knew that, you're telling me she knew the whole time, and she did nothing to stop this when it would risk the squad possibly getting their bombs taken out, and she did nothing to try and put a bomb in Lex's head up until this point in the story.
I don't know if ingesting semen lowers your IQ, but maybe you should check that, because you might be in danger of going to single digits.
Yet again, Waller being a complete moron. The 62nd thing is, then we get into like Batman.
Well, it's her trying to prove. You know, I feel like he's like every character should be logical, but he's not keeping in mind the character's personality.
When he's getting walked to his death. And again, I will talk about this more later.
Go ahead, man.
If Brainiac can suck up people immediately when they die, why can he not do it to the League when they're just beaten up? Why does he not teleport Batman to his ship right now?
Because I don't think he knows.
The thing is, and this is when we get shown.
No. I'm not getting killed. No, I'm not getting killed. I'm not doing that.
One of the biggest issues in the game with the whole Brainiac freeze ability. Why did Brainiac let the squad go after Luthor teleports them away? What is stopping him from bringing both them and Luthor back to his ship for mind control?
Because he doesn't know where they're at.
And this stems from the last point. Brainiac literally says to the squad over the comms, I'm on schedule, but he doesn't stop the squad after they kill the Justice League, and he also doesn't just use again his freeze ability and teleport them. What is wrong with these people? Who is writing this? And now that we've gone through the plot armor, and Argus recordings that correlate to the plot, let me now get into the dog shit that is the character writing in this game. So first I want to go over
go ahead.
the squad. So the development they have in this game is some of the lamest and most shallow shit
I took the time in it. Development.
The character arc is literally becoming more confident by the end of the game,
And becoming more
by the
competent.
start of the
Confident and competent. Let's not forget.
game is literally the exact same as it is by the end of the game. It's a straight line. Their attitude towards each other really doesn't change like at all. But I don't even know how anyone is even supposed to be connected to this arc, because the whole squad is completely unlikable, with the exception of Baby King Shark. But I even have problems with him by the end of the game. They treat all the
Unlikable to what?
That's like it's some hype badass moment.
Yeah.
Even though through the history we see that these characters have with the League have always been in the right in putting them in prison. And they try to do this thing with Wonder Woman.
Yeah, just because you're in the right doesn't mean. Whoa. Yes, nigga. Yes. Harley Quinn's main problem with Batman was that Batman always underestimated her, calling her weak as fuck and shit. Did fucking Skibbity Toilet here? I said Skibbity Toilet. Man, fucking Boomerang nigga here. Problem was that he kept on getting beat by the Flash. Deadshot problem with Green Lantern? Probably that Section 8 line. Black man to Colin, I'm pretty sure you white, so you wouldn't get it. But if someone called me Section 8, insert here, that nigga's like coon. I'm beefing with that nigga. When I played Deadshot, and he said, they bunch of Section 8s, I was like, oh, we need to kill this nigga. I get it. Shit.
Woman, who is the only character
Go ahead.
that they treat with any kind of respect, and they try to make this
That's because Wonder Woman tried to fight till the very end, like a good Wonder Woman. I'm not even a Wonder Woman fan,
like a moment.
but no one had beef with Wonder Woman. Plus, Harley was sexually attracted to Wonder Woman. Who was not?
For the squad, even though Wonder Woman has been consistently treating them like garbage this entire game, this moment shows the
Treating them like garbage. She was trying to protect them the whole game.
with us thing, and I don't even know why they have this sudden change of heart that comes completely out of nowhere, and they gain respect for
They never disliked her. I don't know where he's getting this shit from.
Wonder Woman because what? She saved them, I guess, even though that wasn't what she was doing in this fight. She was just fighting Superman.
No, she didn't save him in this fight. But in all the other times, they were like, hey. She was like, hey, I don't want to see you again. Get the fuck out of the city. Hey, this is very dangerous. Get the fuck out of the city. Okay, if you want to make yourself useful, get civilians out the city. She had a character arc when it came to trusting them and believing in what they can do.
But guess what? Flash saved them in the beginning of the game. Flash also saved Harley from getting
But Captain Boomerang doesn't like the Flash. Everybody finds what Captain Boomerang did to the Flash to be distasteful.
shot in the head, and this results in Flash getting captured. And you know what Boomerang does? He attempts to pee on him, and they make a dick joke at him. Batman inadvertently saves Harley from the abusive relationship of the Joker. And
What the fuck, dude? What the fuck? What the fuck? That wasn't his goal. That was never his goal.
Asylum so she can get mental help, and he also saved her life and Harley Quinn.
Have you seen Arkham Asylum? That's like the biggest criticism with Batman, nigga, is that Arkham Asylum doesn't help. It's not being funded enough. It can't actually help people. She was a fucking therapist there. And when she was a therapist, there was low budget as fuck too.
Superman is a symbol of hope for all of Metropolis
Okay.
and the world, and they treat every single one of their deaths.
I don't think Superman death was really disrespected. From my knowledge, if he could show us a clip there, I would like that.
Disrespect beloved characters. Never
Okay.
had any sympathy for having to kill the lead man.
That is the average Suicide Squad.
People trying to do the right thing.
Every time I look at Henry Cavill, I start to think this nigga plays Warhammer, right? Look at this nigga's jaw right here. Look at his perfect ass jawline. Perfect ass jawline. Here, Henry Cavill. Henry Cavill. If Henry Cavill got like a phase on the side, he'll start stealing on a black woman. Can't allow it.
And protect people, and none of them grow at all as individual characters. And you're probably wondering why I didn't mention Green
Go ahead,
Lantern,
go ahead.
and I'm about to get into that with all these characters individually as like.
Okay, go through 'em.
Let's start with Deadshot. So
My
what
boy.
we learned from Deadshot in the Argus recordings is that he refuses to take accountability for his wrongdoings and his failings to be there as a father.
That is, yep, that is
And there
normal
no
Deadshot.
arc, no character work done whatsoever to explore this with any depth or develop him as a character. Nothing is done with it, and it's in throwaway Argus recordings. And the way they
Okay.
make out Green Lantern in this game is so fucking insufferable. I don't even care about Green Lantern that much as a character.
Nah.
Green Lantern was in the right to turn in Floyd, and yet the game celebrates him being shot in the head. And
The game does this. Yeah, the game is taken from their point of view, my nigga. What? What? Nigga, what?
them like some corrupt cop. And Deadshot never realizes, hey,
Yeah, actually, that's because he kind of is, right? Green Lantern Force, Green Lantern. I was saying this earlier. I feel like Green Lantern kind of, especially this nigga. I don't think he's at the character arc where he actually understands what the Green Lanterns are, which is one big police force. Yet he is kind of a corrupt cop. I mean, not corrupt in a way. Oh my god, the only way I can illustrate this is by telling you the vast difference between Green Lantern and Batman. Batman will beat the fuck out of you and offer you a job. Green Lantern will just beat the shit out of you and send you to prison. Superman will beat the shit out of you, put you in jail, and help you rehabilitate you. There's actually times in the comics where Superman goes back to niggas that he like took into jail to make sure they're good in life. Yeah, I remember this one. I'm not even gonna go into that. But there's been times. That shit is real, nigga. First one I think of, Superman, the Construction Man moment. Second one I think of, Batman, here's my card. Here's Wayne Tech's card. I think I got a job for you moment. I think they got a job for you type moment. Green Lantern never has any of that moments. He's from the military. He's a get it out the mud conservative man. So he doesn't relate to any struggles.
Lantern wasn't the problem, and what's even stupider about this is Deadshot goes after
Okay.
the other Deadshot because he thinks it's a threat to his family, because it may get the cops on him. But how is Floyd and his family going to be in the heat from what his fake/alternate like to do?
Because he's using the name Deadshot, right? If he's undercover and trying to handle his business, they probably know who the Deadshot is. So the cops may be like, "Who's this new Deadshot? Let's go talk to the old Deadshot." I'm pretty sure that's actually a pretty smart thing to do. But go ahead.
Caucasian/white/fake Deadshot has been established in
Alright.
Origins, Blackgate, and City to have been
Actually, in the Argus files, we know that even the characters in the universe find this right. This may be Earth 2 Deadshot.
caught by Batman. Bruce has a crime database on him, including his identity.
Yep.
So Floyd has no need to worry about getting heat by this fake Deadshot doing all these things.
Maybe in
He can
Earth 2, he
continue on
may...
his life.
Actually, here's a little fun fact. If you play the game around, you can meet these alternate reality portals. That nigga could have accidentally stepped into one in early Brainiac Evasion.
Like on with his life, and he would have been completely fine. It seems like he goes.
But you could argue he could not have, because why would there be early Brainiac Evasion if he was trapped in Arkham? You make a great point. I don't know, nigga. But even they reference it, he's probably from Earth 2. I don't know how. They still need to explain it. I agree with you on that one.
After him for his
Go ahead.
reputation, which contradicts his point of being done with Deadshot.
Okay.
The name Deadshot.
The Deadshot, yeah.
Emphasizes the point of him being a selfish prick who nearly leveled downtown Gotham and lost custody of his daughter.
Yes.
He has a completely brain-dead reason for putting his daughter at risk of losing her father. And yes,
that's not
this
true.
is character assassination. It
no, it's not.
directly goes against what he wants in this game and why he gave up being
It
Deadshot
is
in the first
not
place.
character
And
assassination.
Also, the cops are questioning if this even is the real Deadshot.
Exactly.
And the black Deadshot, when he's getting interviewed, he's just like, no, that other Deadshot was the fake Deadshot. I'm the real Deadshot. Like, are you stupid?
Never underestimate
Well, clearly
the power of kindness. Of course.
Clearly, he takes his title seriously in Deadshot. Yeah, I feel like we see multiple times in the game that he hates being second fiddle, like with the whole Deathstroke thing. But then it said X out Deadshot, he punched the wall. That niggas hate Deathstroke too, because he's a better hitman than him. Like, yeah, this nigga has inferiority problems, which was actually solved. So.
And now let's move on to Harley Quinn and Batman.
Okay.
First, let's talk
Go
about
ahead.
Harley.
Go ahead.
There is literally no growth from her as a character at all. She's a straight line this whole fucking game, just
Okay.
like every other member of the squad.
Alright.
And Harley has gotten over the Joker off screen and no longer wants to follow him. Yet this is never developed. It just happened. And in her bio, it shows that she knows
What?
Batman is a good.
I'm sorry, nigga. Did you? Okay. I will say this, because although that's a good point, why does it develop out again? Me personally, I do not feel like hearing that story retold over and over and over again. Like, that story has been retold. Her getting over the Joker was retold like 30 fucking times already. I'm tired of it. But he makes a good point. For niggas who don't know about the story, I guess, if you somehow haven't heard about it, but I think its fan base will probably be niggas that read comics or heard of the Suicide Squad. Therefore, they would know about the whole character arc of, like, the fucking Joker thing. So I don't want to listen to that shit again.
Person, and acknowledges that he has never once killed anyone that he has gone after, despite everything that they may have done. Even in her ending speech to Batman, she says, "You're still too good." The only reason she was ever even mad at Batman to begin with was because she thought he killed Joker, but now she knows he didn't. And again, Batman has tried to save his villains many times, and I've already, like earlier, went over the times he's like helped and saved Harley. And again, they suddenly care when Wonder Woman dies and want to prove to her that they can be better, and they feel bad for her. This has him get hit, but with Batman of all people, they have him get his fucking death scene hyped up.
Mm-hmm. Great cutscene, by the way. Hold up. Let's go back watching this, bruh. I found the little metal thing I lost. Broke my little clipper thing. Supposed to clip shit back together. Man, so talk to me. How can my flow be so ridiculous when my flow's so damn ridiculous? I got an accent, yeah, I'm from the South. So some of the most wonderful things come out of my mouth. And there you go. If you want me to come.
And they make it out to be a joke. Then they're all laughing as they're about to kill him.
You're gonna die screaming and sweating.
Why? What's up with his feet?
I don't know, man. We're 2 for 2 on killing your boys so far. Wow, makes it work.
they have Harley recount his trauma to him.
He had a good life, Bruce. Flying around Gotham, punching bad guys, cleaning up the
Yeah.
streets, causing long-term mental and emotional damage to everyone you knew.
Then shoot him in the face with no sympathy that she has to do so, and then Superman pulls up, and she laughs about it again, and says,
And you're next, asshole.
this scene isn't just disgustingly disrespectful to Arkham Batman, but it also character assassinates the whole squad and what they literally just quote-unquote grew from, and they all just regress as characters right here.
No,
The story
no,
even
no.
shows-
That's not what they grew from. That's not what they grew from. They haven't grown at all. I think that's like that's kind of like the point. Their main character arc is not character basis. It's just about becoming more competent and confident in their abilities. That's about it. It's not about. I don't know why he's making it about the characters, because it's not.
Somewhat. So instead of asking Luthor to try and snap Batman out of his mind control, they use Batman to lure Superman out, when there's multiple other ways they could have gotten his attention. And they have Superman as well laugh about it.
One of the world's finest heroes. Snuffed out by this.
When he sees Batman's dead body. And again, it's literally
I don't think
already
he-
been established that the League still care
think that
about their
nigga's
friends
evil,
due to
bro.
mind control. I do not know why this doesn't work when it's with Superman. What is the difference with Superman? But let's talk even more about the
You got a point. What's the difference with Superman?
First of all, they blatantly character
I just think he
assassinate
finds it funny.
by making him come out as a public member of the Justice League, which directly contradicts the reason why he quit being Batman in Arkham. And that's to protect his loved ones from attacks that are meant to harm Batman through them. Now, Robin and Nightwing
Nah, he got
are
no-
obviously still evil,
yeah, I was about
just
to-
from being
what?
vigilantes, but this puts an even bigger target on their head now that Batman is back. And it also
not
puts
really.
Gordon, Barbara, Lucius Fox, and Alfred back in Damon. But also,
Alfred,
these
yes.
dumbasses are so bad at writing, they somehow managed to
Well, I think this is because the League convinced Batman by offering some type of protection. I mean that's just me though. That's usually what happens. They get him to jump offering some type of protection. They're like, hey, we will protect your little niggas, or you could help us. They'd be more like heroes. I think if you want to say it kind of goes against what Batman does, I want to say I feel like if he didn't join, it also kind of goes against what Batman does, and here's why. Because Batman's main goal is to protect people. He does like protecting people, right? He wouldn't just throw an opportunity like this away if it could house the opportunity to protect more people.
character assassinate Batman, even when he's mind controlled. Again, it's been established that the League still cares about their friends, and if there's an option to capture Robin instead of killing him, there's no reason Batman wouldn't take that option. He literally tells Brainiac that's why he should field Superman when fighting Wonder Woman. Or maybe Robin just offed himself while fighting Batman because he read the script for this damn game.
I'm not sure if we've seen Robin's body. I don't think if we know if he actually died.
Nightwing and Oracle, or they are both character assassinated for not doing anything to try and help fight against this invasion. But another moment of
Well, we don't know what are they doing.
from Batman is this audio recording.
Go ahead.
You're doing it again. You're no good to us unconscious. What would Alfred say? Alfred understands crime. Crime never. Crime doesn't sleep. Yeah, sure. And neither does the Watchdog. It's basically you. You helped us build it. It's crime never sleeps. Of course. Listen, you've got the support of the League now. This fight isn't yours alone.
Oh, oh there you go.
Is working. I just need time to adjust. You know, Pa used to say to me, don't ask for light burdens, ask for broader shoulders. And easy to say when you can carry an entire planet.
This is something that he has grown from in 2 different games. Superman should not need to convince him of this type of thing. But outside of character assassination,
What?
they make Batman look like a...
I don't think that's something you grew from in 2 different games. I'm pretty sure the last game he had to do that shit in one night. But
moron throughout this
maybe
whole
right.
story, as I outlined earlier in the other sections of this video.
He may be
Give
right.
him the worst written death scene for a beloved character that I have ever seen. That's a trend this game follows a lot. And the cherry on top, they literally make Batman die, helpless and unable to do anything, like his parents died, right before hyping up his death scene. This is genuinely fucking disgusting. Now,
dude, it's not that fucking deep, nigga. Helpless like his parents. Not that deep, game.
the King Shark. I actually kind of liked King Shark throughout the beginning portions of the story. He was pretty funny and likable, and he was one of the only people in the squad to actually respect the heroes that they were killing, except for the fact that by the end of the game...
Well, he's a warrior, so that kind of makes sense. That's like his whole thing. He's a warrior, but continue.
His character takes a complete 180, and yes, he's character assassinated, by laughing at the fact that they killed both Batman and Superman, and has no sympathy for it at all. This also goes directly against the Wonder Woman death, and that quote-unquote character. And he has one piece of internal conflict that is about 3 minutes during the Batman boss fight, only for it to never be touched on again in the story, and he never grows from it.
Okay.
Now move on to Captain Boomerang. Captain
That's
Boomerang
it?
is just an annoying moron.
The warrior laughed because he killed people. I mean, he was being respectful before. You do make a good point. That is a really good point. He was being respectful before. But is he supposed to be sad throughout the entire thing? I mean, that's just about it. But, you know, I give him that one. That's a point to him. He makes some good points in there.
Character development. Amanda Waller is also an annoying moron who doesn't stop whining and being a complete bitch the whole game. And don't
That's her whole character.
tell me she's like this in every iteration of the squad. Because
She is.
There's multiple iterations where she is calm and composed while they're on their mission.
But she's a total bitch.
Bitchy if she has to. In this game,
No, yeah, but she is a bitch. Yes, she was calm and composed in the game. And she had to get bitchy more.
she gets mad if the squad leaves the toilet seat up after kissing, or if they walk down the street the wrong way. She's so goddamn annoying.
Really? I don't think those scenarios ever happened.
At least have something respectable and an understandable role that she has to understand why she's being like bitchy at points. And
Okay.
being so serious. But this Waller is just evil and wants to mind control all metahumans. Like, what the fuck?
I ain't never heard she say she want to mind control all metahumans. I do know she wants control over metahumans so she doesn't have the Justice League problem again.
Now let's
That's
move
what I
on to
picked
the
up
other
from it,
members
but-
of the league. I think Wonder Woman is
He
probably
may be right.
the only decent character in this game writing-wise, outside of the fact that they sucker Gooch dry from the...
I actually disagree with this. I actually think this character is actually kind of less like it. I think when she was in mind control, she should have started killing once Barry said, no, you're gonna have to kill us. Because I feel like this is just a choice is easy for her to make. She is a warrior after all. That's like her whole thing.
Files of Lex Luthor. Absolutely nothing. This is totally Lex Luthor. I am prone to wild imaginings. As a man of science, speculation is how my brain functions. And the closest thing it knows to play. But there is little amusement to be found in imagining how improved Earth would be. But instead of forcing the Amazons into hiding their bullshit averages, we instead look to them as a model. Replicable. If only we could set aside our baser instincts. Hold on.
The Amazonians have a good fucking society, dude. They have a great society. I'm pretty sure they never go hungry or anything. But that is because they're on a small ass island.
They solve so many of our society's ills. Broken democracy, lagging technology, toxic masculinity, and thus they flourished higher learning, mutual aid, and governance without rules.
Yeah, this is true. They are a golden society for Amazonians. Yep, that is true.
And give her more respect than
I mean,
any other
what the fuck, nigga? Whoa.
She's a complete
Yeah, that's true.
in the story as well, but I did kind of like her internal character flaws and her character development before she dies. Flash is either arrogant or a moron or just both. He's
Both.
an arrogant moron.
Both.
At numerous points throughout the story. Superman is a complete and utter brainlet that thinks he can stop a possible alien invasion through the power of good faith.
Yes, that's Superman usually. Yes, he knows this is not the first time this happened. Actually, I know that he knows now, cause he showed. I'm not sure if he showed the ones that he watched. Like I'm pretty sure if those three was watched, I'm pretty sure he watched other media. So I know he knows this is like normal Superman.
What a good way to inspire people with this version of Superman, Rocksteady. I'm gonna go walk through a landmine and have good faith it won't blow me up.
God, forgive me.
And And then finally we get to Brainiac, and now I've already gone over the fact that he's an idiot the whole story. But does he have any good motivations? Does he have any depth to his character? Well, he has an interesting start of a motivation, being he wants to terraform the planet because his planet was destroyed, but this is never explored to be made deeper in any way. He is literally a worse version of General Zod from Man of Steel. So yeah, not only does he have a boring motivation, but he's also a complete moron throughout the story. How do you make the character named Brainiac a moron? This game.
By making him arrogant.
A couple more criticisms that I forgot to
Not arrogant, but make him
about.
underestimate
Batman
people.
knows the squad hacked into their comms at some point in the story. And for some reason, he's not able to get them out of their comms. And he also doesn't try to use this comm link that.
Well, I don't believe he can. I honestly do not believe he can counter hack. I do not believe he can counter hack.
That relies on the fact that Green Lantern never tells any of
And I'm pretty sure this takes place in like hours, or at least like days. And if the days part is right, I'm pretty sure it only takes place in days because they're in a different dimension or something.
The ship showed up to Earth. If he told them about this, they probably would have came to check on Earth, which means the other Green Lantern Corps members would have probably been able to help fight against this invasion. So to conclude, yes, the story is a 0 out of 10, a negative 10 out of 10, a negative 100 out of 10, a negative 1,000,000 out of 10. Pretty much every character is either constantly a moron or they are character assassinated, sometimes multiple times with some characters like that. Everyone except for one.
I think that's wrong.
Zero character development. The dialogue is garbage for most of the game. The pacing in the beginning of the game and during the Earth 2 section is way too slow. It has the worst plot armor I've ever seen in any piece of media.
You should watch more Suicide Squad content.
Doesn't even remotely understand what good cause and effect is. It takes a steaming shit on the Arkham universe and Batman, and it has the worst Justice League adaptation of all time. The writers for this project should be fired and blacklisted from ever touching an established universe ever.
I wouldn't say all that.
Sweet Baby Inc. should be abolished and the company should be shut down.
You are the worst of humanity, and like I said, I was locked all of you in prison for 25 years online with absolutely no claim. I cannot wait till the day that this becomes an actual crime.
As far as gameplay goes, I don't have much to say. It's pretty fun, the traversal is good, the gunplay feels good, but it's pretty shallow and brain dead. Enemy variety feels pretty much the same through like every enemy type. You get pretty much every ability in the first 2 hours of the game, so it's very repetitive, very quickly, and there's literally not many abilities at all.
I'd rather get all of them than get none of them, you know. Like all the shit out there. That is true. Not the boss fight sucks thing, but I have fun at the best.
I'd give it like a 6 out of 10. But due to the
that's
fact
solid.
that this is the worst story ever created,
Not
I'm dropping
true.
my score down to a 4 out of 10. The only thing I like about this game is the art direction, facial animations, voice acting, some of the music, the gameplay.
Well, when he does say that, I wonder if he like looked at some of the posters because the posters are clean.
Yeah, that's it. I hope this game dies before it can even get to season 4. I thank you all for watching. Sorry this video is so negative, but I hate this game.
It's fine. He didn't put much thought when it comes to the character's personality. I think he like kind of disregard like a lot of their personality traits in order to make a video like this. I mean, I do agree with some of what he's saying, but I feel like I do think the criticism are valid, but I do feel as though you cannot fully criticize it because we don't know how the brainwashing generally works, right? I feel like it will get explained the more we go on because they're adding in more story segments as seasons go on. So, you know, when it comes down to it, Colin made a pretty good video. I'm going to give a like. To his video is going to be in my description. Hey, guys, make sure you watch it without all the yapping, without me yapping over it. Maybe next time, because I do want to encourage people to watch videos that I react to, I will talk over the video. Probably. Maybe. I'm going to work on it. But, yeah, you know, decent video. Did I like it? Not really. Am I going to leave a dislike? Nah. I want this shit to get some engagement here. I'm not going to subscribe. And, hope you have a nice night. That's Colin, folks. Have a good night. And Suicide Justice League. Actually play the game, guys. Actually play the game. Eternalist game. Like, pay attention to the fucking game. It's pretty good. Most niggas hating on it is like media just doing its thing. It's fun to hate on. Shit. It's getting popular via hate. But it's actually a good fucking game. It's a bad game if you don't got friends. If you don't got friends, well, don't play it. Lose your ass, nigga.